Hey guys, well, I got Cub 2 out of the barn. As you can see, it got cold too quick last year and I wasn't able to clean her up at all. So I'll have to power wash it. I was going to do it today. Hopefully I still will. Yes, the garage is still a total mess. So we're going to get this thing going because I need the money. If you guys remember, the hood's up there on the Alice Chalmers tire, but then the top of this part is all off because he just had it sitting on there. So now I got this in like November, I think it was. Anyway, he said he put a new starter in it, but he said it lost spark and the key switch didn't work. I think that's what it was. I power washed it. That's why I got, another reason I got the hood off, and I wanted to get to everything. Said it lost spark, but it looks like a new coil in there. So I already cleaned the carb, did all that just so I wouldn't have to worry about it going through everything else. Other than that, I haven't done anything other than power wash it. So the solenoid and everything is back here. I got the battery mounted out back just to give me some room, and luckily there's a big old hole you can go through, so I can do that. So we're gonna see why the key switch doesn't work. I'm gonna set you up and everything. Looks like he removed the seat switch. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I really don't have any fancy testing equipment, so I just got this test light and the key switch. Let's see, can you guys see? Yeah. Key switch is right there. It's on the back fender. So, of course, this has come from the battery, so of course that's gonna light up. Okay, so got the key switch on start. Oops, I tapped the wrong one. Anyway, there's no power going to the starter. Now these two other little terminals down here, one of them gets a signal from the switch. So I'm going to see if it's got any power going to it. And you got to have it in start in order to see. Either one. One is just the ground. I think it's the one closest to you. And I think the other one is the one for the signal, which is a purple wire, which is kind of strange. Usually it's white. I've even seen them yellow. But anyway, I'm not getting any power to the solenoid, so I guess next thing I'm going to check is the fuse, which luckily is right here. If it will come out. Sometimes it can be stubborn. Okay. Well, first of all, it's a 15 amp and it should be a 20. I've even seen some 30, but they might have been put in there by the owner. I don't know, but I think they're supposed to be 20. But this one's 15, and I'm pretty sure that's wrong. And let's see if yeah. You guys can't quite tell. I'm looking through the lens and it looks like through the camera that's connected. I assure you it's not. It's not connected up here on top. So what I'm going to do is go find a fuse. So hang on. Alright. So I got us a 20. And I guess now my question is why, obviously it blew once and he put a 15 in, and then that blew, of course. Alright, so I got the fuse in. Now I'm going to check this again. Well, I already heard something. Oh, it was probably the solenoid for the carburetor. So, alright, that lit up and the engine turned over. So now we have power to that. So the starter does work. Alright, I'm going to bring you around here. So I'm trying to remember what the guy said. It's a remanufactured starter. He said it didn't work, but I'm assuming that's because of the problem I just found. So I guess I'm going to lay on the starter switch again to see if it blows or what's going on here. Whoa. What in the hell is going on? Well, all kinds of problems going on here. What is with the sparks? A minute. I don't know. This gear is all chewed up. Not even sure that's the right gear for this engine. Well, okay, keys off. And it was turning really slow. Now if the valves were out of adjustment, I guess I could see that happening. But I don't like the way this starter did not sound right at all. It was just terrible sounding, and you've seen the sparks, I'm sure. So I think I've got another starter out of a Vanguard. This is a single cylinder 16 horse Vanguard. And I've got another one. I'm not totally sure that this starter is any good. So I'm going to go find it. Be right back. Okay. So I got the other Vanguard starter here. Here's the problem. Okay, this one's got a metal, which I'd prefer if I could use this metal gear, but it's 14 tooth. This one's 16, and it looks to be like this. It should be a 16. Like the plastic ones are usually 16. That's what this one is too. To do that, I just mark. If you can see that. See this mark here, and then you just count around. So there's 16 on here. I'm sure there's other ways to test out. Well, I know there is, but I'm just not going to do all that. Plus, I don't have the equipment really. But so we're going to just change the starter out and go from there. So I guess what I'm thinking is this starter is drawing too much amperage and blowing the fuse. Of course, that's uneducated guess. So one of the bolts is like right here. It's not the easiest to get to. They do have a Torx capability on there too. I just usually just reach in there with a 1/2-inch wrench and get them out. This, first of all, I only loosen this one side and the other side isn't even tight, so that's a problem in itself. How loose is it? Well, that loose. Didn't even need the ratchet. But the other one was tight. Somewhat. Actually, it wasn't that tight, I guess, but it was tight. So, right up here you can see it's a remanufactured starter. Not sure when this was put in, but I mean it looks pretty new. Maybe it was this junk out of the factory. I don't know. You know, as I'm putting this starter in, I guess I kind of noticed when I was power washing it too, but now it really sticks out. Let me just take you out here for a second. Look at that muffler. And look at the pipe. I mean, it looks like brand new. I just think that's weird. Like, did he get a new muffler for it, or anyway? I just thought it was weird. Okay. Okay, I don't know if there is gas in the carb, so it might start, I guess. I do have the gas off. I think I'll just throttle it down. Well, actually, it is throttled down, I think. Just gonna throttle it down because I just want to see how the starter works right now. I can't really see in there, but I'll get my light. Just that one. I'm probably gonna have to put another flywheel on here. Teeth were all wore off there. The rest of them don't look too bad. So let's see what happens here. Okay. All right. That sounded way better. So I guess the next step is see if it fires. Take some of my piles of tools out. Wait a minute, he said it didn't have spark too. Oh, wait a minute, that was probably because the fuse was blown. Okay. Alright. I'm assuming again, but I think that's probably why. We can check it, I guess. I already had the spark checker available. So, what the hell? Huh. Is that how they come now? Because I see this as an aftermarket coil, so they just come with a straight thing like that. Now I gotta put it where I can see it too. You guys can't see it. Ah! Hit that spot. Alright. Definitely gonna have to put a flywheel on it, but it does have spark. So you know what else? Oh, I should look. He put that if he put this on, I can't really see in there. Let's see if what the air gap is like. Ooh, what air gap, he says. Holy cow, that looks like it's practically butted right up on there. I don't like that. Well, I don't see where any marks where it's hitting, but it looks way too close. So I guess we'll go back to trying to fire it up, and when I change the flywheel and all that, then I'll re-gap that. That's not right. Alright, so I'm going to turn the gas on. Give her the choke. Of course, it's probably going to be in that strip spot. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm just making it worse. I'm just making it worse. See if I can get my light. See if I can get you guys down here. Ooh, that is bad. I'm even screwing up the starter I put in. I don't know, can you see that in there? Not too bad there. A little chippy there. It's just right there, right? Starting right there. That's pretty good ways. So it's quite a few inches that are stripped out there. Ah, dang it. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to start it. Okay. Well, I gotta go dig up I gotta take the rest of this off. And, well, hang on a second. Alright, I just spared you the details of taking the bolts out of it. So. Now, let's see if... I'm going to show you the... You guys see that? Pretty much right on the flywheel. So before I take the flywheel out, I'm going to take this coil off. That, way too close, way too close. So, well, at this point, this will have to be part one, because I have to go find the flywheel. Well, actually, I know where the flywheel is, because that's where I got that other started. And I'll probably be able to use this starter with the metal gear. So actually it's probably a good thing. But it's just a lot of work for... A lot of work for this kind of stuff. Yeah, you see. Yeah, that's just not going to work at all. It's just going to get worse and worse. If this were to be a private owner of this, he'd just keep making it worse and worse. I mean, it's to the point now you see where you can't really start it. So, oh, we made some progress anyway. So, I'm babbling on. So we'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. Bye.